So decimals on a number line, we're going to try to understand the value of a decimal by looking at its location on a number line. So to represent a decimal on a number line, we first have to divide each segment of that number line into equal parts, and in this case, we're going to do it into 10 equal parts. For example, to represent the number 2 and 4/10 on a number line, we have to divide that segment between the 2 and the 3 into 10 equal parts because we are looking in the 10th place. So when I go to the 2, I don't count this spot. I first count my when I do my first skip. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I do have 10 equal parts, and I need to go to the 4/10. So I would go over to the 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see that my arrow is pointing to the 2 and 4/10 on our number line. So let's find some numbers on our number line and mark them with the correct color and letter. And our first one is a red A and says to go to 8 and 6/10. I know that's between my 8 and 9, so I'm going to count over 6 places on my tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my A is going to be at 8 and 6/10. Next, my B is at 7 and 3/10. Between the 7 and the 8, so I start at the 7 and go over 3/10 and label it with a green B. Next, I have that blue C at 8 and 8/10. So I start with my 8, and then I'm going to count over 8 of the tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I mark that with a blue C at 8 and 8/10. And the last one on this number line is 8 and 4/10. Starting at 8, I'm going to count over 4 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to label that with a D. Looking at the number line below, my red A is going to go at 2 and 7/10. So I'm going to go to my 2 and count over 7 of the tenths places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And mark that with an A. On this one, my green B is at 2 and 2/10. So I start at the 2, go over 2 of the tenths places, and mark it with a green B. My blue C is at 3 and 6/10. So starting at the 3, I'm going to go over 6 of the tenths places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And mark it with a blue C. And finally, my yellow D is at 3 and 1/10. So I start at my 3, go over 1 of the tenths places, and mark it with a D.